Hello everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and welcome to what feels like forever. So I'm back this weekend and we have the Victorian Colorathon. So if you're new to me, I spend the first couple of minutes just saying hello to everyone in the chat. Give the chat like a day to render and then you should be able to follow along live. Hello my lovelies. Hello Mary, Kelly, Lou, Pat, Miranda, Melody, Kenny. That's okay, you go do your groceries, my love. Cats, Suzanne, welcome everyone. I am a little bit earlier today just so I can just talk and catch up because I've been away because, as you know, the renovations and I didn't have a table. Hello Karen, hello Laura, Mandy, Pamela. Hello my loves. Hi Sharon. Okay, so I'm going to be the person that doesn't do a portrait. I thought I'd go for something completely different. Hello Nellie, Winchester, Ashley, Katrina. Hello everyone. Good morning for a lot of you, but good afternoon to those of us in the UK. Okay, so I've gone for something completely different, but it just screamed Victorian to me, and it's this one because of her frilly cuff and the roses, and just seems so feminine and Victorian-esque. So I really liked this one, and that's the one that we're going to go with. And I am actually going to start slightly with a background because I want to do a sort of vintage background with nothing special. You know me, I'm not a background person. So she says, I'm really not. I'm really not a background person. So I'm going to start with that in the background. But just in the bottom here, as you can see right there, there we are. It is today and tomorrow as well as yesterday, but we do have the schedule. It is in the description, and I've got it here for you. There you go. And what then you can do is just follow along. I've got the next streamer also. I think that's it. Hello, Helly. Hiya, everyone coming on in. Hi, Tommy Fudge. Hi, Joey, Pat. Welcome, everyone. Oh, so I've come on a little bit earlier because I just want to talk about a couple of things and what's coming up. So to get you in the know, and then we'll go into the Victorian theme. But just a couple of things just to let you know. So Tuesday, this is what's going to be coming up. It will be live only. No one after will be able to enter or before. It will be in the live stream on Tuesday. Remember, I start at 4 p.m. UK time. So be sure to come and check that out if you want a chance. It's international. So we will be doing that on Tuesday. And then coming up, also, if you've seen the stream, hello Shannon. So that's coming up, and then we also have Spooktober, and I am doing Grazia, so just want to get you just familiar with what's going on. So that's coming up on the 3rd of October, and then also this is available in Emily's store it's for the Victorian. She did it for the Victorian Colorathon, so just wanted to grab that off of Vicky and show you that as well. So that's available now. And you can download the bundles, you can get a sticker, you can go mad and get the whole lot. So that's in Emily Illustrator's Etsy. But we are on the Victorian Colorathon today. I know, Amberly. Hello, honey. I know, me too. I can't wait. Can't wait for everything. I'm so happy to get routine back. I will be coming back on Tuesday with a giveaway and continuing the werewolf, and also going through some things that I've bought recently. Hi Tanya. And yes, it should be a nice relaxed catch-up stream on Tuesday as well. Hiya mum. Mum, just to put a side note, mum can't type as well because she's still got an eye infection that she's had for a while and still hasn't cleared up. So just to let you know, she's not ignoring anyone. She just genuinely can't do the whole typing thing. So she closes the chat and watches. Hiya, Pickle. Okay, so I'm going to start off just very slowly, dibble-dabbling away at the background. And what I'm going to do, forget these, I've just picked them out so I don't have to rush, you know, rustle through whilst I'm streaming. Otherwise you're going to hear a load of pencils going off 24/7. Right, so what I wanted to do, you know me, I like simple, I like a simple background, just purely because I just don't do them with enjoyment. So I got the Faber-Castell soft. I don't want to use the pans on this. Pans are more for doing like more fancy things. Although I do use my pans to do backgrounds, but bigger, bolder backgrounds. Remember, if there's anything for me, pop it in big caps so that I can see it. So what I'm going to do now is pick out some vintage tones for the background. Hello, Joanne. But yes, I've got quite a few things to show you on Tuesday, so definitely pop along. No, it's my first day back. I've done the renovations 95% with Dad, although I still need to paint my 2 side tables. I'm going to upcycle my side tables, so I'm looking forward to doing that, but I just needed a week because by Jesus I didn't anticipate how much pain it caused, but we'll get away from that. Thank you, Amberly, you completely enabled me on that one. That was all you. Okay, so I really need, I love Amberly, by the way. If you want to check out Amberly's channel, please do. She's so lovely. Okay, so I'm just going to do a quick swatch on here. So I fancy like a vintage tone. That's a bit too orange, isn't it? So we'll go for a little bit. We can mix pastels as well, which is nice. That's too terracotta-ish. This is more of a brown, but that needs to be in a chalky form. And maybe that can be with something like this that can, yeah, they're more like it, aren't they? So I'll keep those 2 aside. Okay, so they're more like a vintage tone. I'm just picking out, guys. This one is a good one. Okay, so another way to do them. Oh, what happened to my thumb? I made myself feel sick yesterday. So Andrew was like looking at me like I was absolutely mad. Seriously. I went through it really deep with a knife when I was cutting a carrot to my. I was hungry, so I thought I'd cut a carrot up, and you know I love carrot sticks. So I was doing some carrot sticks. Went straight through my thumb. I went really, really deep, made myself feel really sick. I'm jumping on the spot going, oh, I went really, really deep. And he's looking at me thinking I'm absolutely mad. And I'm going, no, seriously, I really have. I've gone deep. Ah, I can't look at it. And it was absolutely pouring. So I got this huge gash. Honestly, was not happy. I felt so sick. Has anyone ever cut themselves and felt really sick with it? Like, I physically felt like I was going to vomit. It was that bad. It was that deep. I was like, oh, I can't do this. It's making me feel sick. And Andrew's looking at me like, what is going on with you? And I'm going, oh my God, Andrew, I can't do it. And then he's going, and I said, well, don't just stand there, help me out. So he chopped up the salad. And I had my carrot sticks after I stopped feeling sick. Oh my God, honestly. I'm so over the top. Okay, so I'm just going to put some pastel on this just because it's nice and easy. Yeah, I don't do blood in that sense very well because not when it pours. I mean, I can do it on other people but not on myself. I used to deal with injuries at work and have to, you know, self-harming and stuff. I used to have to help someone out. I can't do it on myself. Oh, no. I feel really sick on myself. I'm like, no, I can't deal with that. But was anyone else? I would help you out in a heartbeat. Hi, Michelle. That's okay. I felt so sick, honestly. And I'd gone through all that time of using, like, stuff. And I'd been fine. And then I cut a carrot stick up to be all healthy. And, yeah. What's that telling me? It's telling me go eat the chocolate. I was like, oh my God, Sam, I can't deal with this. I'm a big baby. See, if that's what eating carrot sticks does, okay, you can keep the carrot stick, it's fine. Okay, so all I've done literally is put some browns and just something to make it a little bit more dull. I might need a little bit more on there also. And grab yourself one of these cotton pads, also cotton buds, and all I'm going to do is like wrap it around my finger, not another injury, and I'm just going to dab. Let me show you. So I'm just going to dab in there, and I'm going to grab some of that lighter tone as well, just so that you've got something nice and easy to go around. And any excess you can just dab it off on the side. Hello, Rochelle. So just nice and easy, right? So this is going to be all coloured, but at the moment I just want to focus on getting some vintage tones. So we're going to start off super light, and that's the key with me, just because then if I mess up I can just erase. And all this will do is add a little bit of a background for when I add my writing on, which you'll see. So it's very faint at the moment, right? So keep doing that motion that I showed you. Yeah, Amberly, I sometimes just put them straight on the page, hon, but I think with this, because I just need minimal, I only need something small because I'm going to do the writing. You'll see what I mean in a minute. I don't want anything too major. I really want this as faint as I can possibly go, because the writing needs to be bolder. So you can just kind of, the good thing is if you take a clean one, you can even more mush that into your page. There's nothing for me, that's okay. I don't want to miss any comments because I've missed you all. It's funny because I've had messages saying that people have missed the streams, and I'm like, I feel the same, don't worry, I've not gone anywhere. I haven't renovated since we bought here 12 years ago, and now it's made me want the whole place doing, if Dad's listening. That's the thing, because when you have a nice room that's all done and fresh, it makes everything else look like it's in need. So yeah, it's a need, and it's made me want to do other things now. Right, now you see I'm just this really needs to just be so vintage and old looking, because when we come over I'm going to get something a little bit lighter now. When we come over with our writing, which we're going to do now, we need the dark. So if I grab this, I need this to go from a yellowish to a brown, so we need to grab a yellow. Okay, hello Karen, Miss Amazing, another one I've been watching a lot of, and Karen Zucchini as well. So amazing YouTubers, my gosh, there's so many of you. So many of you. I'm so like humbled to be around you guys. I've been watching your videos, catching up this week, and yeah, I can just so much talent in this community, which I'm so happy to be a part of. Okay, so I'm going to come over now with a darker, and I'm going to go with a cotton bud or a Q-tip, and you've got to hold this down quite firm. And I'm going to go from this part. You have to be quite firm on your grip, otherwise it will come away. And this is why you just have to do something subtle, because this is just going to look old against. I'm going to do colouring. I'm not going to. Right, I'm going to go for a yellow. If it gets stuck in there, you can buy script stencils pretty much anywhere. Hello Bridget. Hello anyone that's coming in, I've missed you. I'm going to come over to the other side with that in a minute. So I'm just getting myself started, that's all. It's just minimal, because then I could colour with, I'm going to do prisms today and see how far we can get. I hope we can get somewhere. But I'm coming back to my werewolf on Tuesday, and I have some stuff that I screenshot. Alright, I'm going to go bigger now because I just want to, and I'm going to fade that out. Okay, so it's just very, can you see that? You see how vintage that looks? Now I'm going to colour all this, so if I get anything anywhere else, that's fine. Right, so I need a little bit of a lighter tone. So let's go to our yellow tones. I'm going to try and hold that firm. Do you want me to bring the camera down a bit? Oh, nice. What? Well, it's nice to grab a hobby whilst you're watching someone. I do that regularly. If I watch, I have to erase that top bit. See, the only thing with chalk pastels is that they do go quite dusty because you've just literally put dust on a plate. So, yeah. If you get any of that, don't worry. You know, you can erase it. Oh, Joanne, you don't have to be doing anything, my lovely. Oh my gosh, thank you. Honestly, this is the place that I want to be. So thank you. You did not have to go doing that. Thanks so much. Gosh, you ladies, honestly, thank you so much. Bless your heart. I appreciate it beyond. Okay, so we've done something so simple. How long did that take? Now. What I'm going to do is I've got excess that I don't want, which is up here. So it comes off like magic. And that's just to, because it's gone on my other page as well, just to make sure you've got, if you get any smudging, it's fine because it's supposed to be vintage. Okay, so this is one of the simplest things to have done, and I'm so happy I did it because you know me, I'm not a background girl. Okay, so just very quickly, I'm just gonna add a tiny bit up there as well, just like that. That's done, and then I can colour. How quick was that? See, if I want to enhance anything, I'll do that at the very end. I won't do that at the beginning, because what I can do at the very end is add in anything that I would like. So it's not, you know, it's not at the beginning. I'll look at it at the end to see what it needs. Hello, my loves. Welcome. I haven't seen you in such a long time. Okay, I would show you a tour, but I'm on a tripod, and that would be very difficult because it's the front room that was done. So I'll have to show you pictures. Okay, try not to rub that or anything too much. Right, so I'm going to bring the tripod back a bit. There we go. And then bring you up. Right, is that good on your screens? I'm going to start with flowers. Shannon, I'm starting with flowers. And I'm going to do a red rose, I think. And I've got a few facts that I saved that were quite fun. I was looking at them this morning. I was like, oh my gosh, that's so funny. Because we've talked, I'm not going to do facts. We did that. I did that, I think, on the last Victorian Colorathon, didn't I? Where I did all the facts. And I think, Mary, you've been quite good on doing them as well. I was lurking in some of your stream last night, and then it was lights out. Okay, so we're going to go for these, and I've picked out a bunch of reds and stuff so that we can get on with colouring. Now I'm going to put down a light tone first. So I'm going to go for like a blush pink, and then we'll work our way up. And how simple is that? It's so nice and easy to do, and it doesn't overcomplicate the page, which I like. So just put something on your pastel, and I'm just going to go for some blush pink, and I'm literally going to look at placing up to the edge and leaving a bit of white. So this is just your base colour. It lightens your reds when you put a bit of pink. I've always found that. Just personally for me, it's always worked really nicely when I put pink down first. It's always sort of heightened and brightened those reds. So fancy a nice... Oh, Kenny, go do what you have to, hon. I'm still going to be here. I'm on till... I've got another 2 hours and 10 minutes, so don't worry. Oh, bless. But yes, I have been back this week watching and being able to catch people, which has been really nice. I've watched the Colorathon yesterday. You've got another day of it tomorrow and this evening. You've still got Shannon, we got Monya, is that right? We got quite a few people still to come, which is really, really nice. I'm looking forward to it. That is the spreadsheet for your streamers and your times. And as I said, I was a bit early for those of you that were thinking, oh my gosh, have I missed anything? I just came on a tiny bit earlier just to, one, say hello early, two, to get in there what's being put in the pipeline, and also let you know about Tuesday. So if you are interested, please come along Tuesday, even if you stay just for the giveaway. Come along, because you've got a chance of winning a set of monarchs, and it's international, so there's no restriction on where you are in the world. I'll post it regardless. And remember, if there's anything for me, please pop it in caps. But have you been doing any Victorian Colorathon pictures, or are you working on something else? Today in the post came, I thought I got so many little bits to kind of show you that the PDFs that I've bought and the books that's come, and just give you a quick little peep and flip through of them on Tuesday. I won't do that today because this is the Victorian Colorathon. But I did get today the Millie Marotta's new one, and I haven't coloured a Millie since I first started colouring. And I really love the new book. It's called Woodland Wonders, and I love the illustrations in it. So that's going to be on one of my sort of go back to someone that I first started colouring with kind of prompt. Because taste changes all the time. Oh, nice. See, I was thinking about Joanna and Millie and things that I haven't coloured in such a long time. So definitely I'm on that sort of wavelength as you, Pickle. Okay, so I'm just putting down some blush pink. And don't forget to check out Emily Illustrator's dresses if you like the fashion. Okay, so these are buds inside. So we'll go for this one, and that one. Oh, and there. Okay, so they're just a start off point for the pinks. So I've just put down a little bit of pink just to get us started. So I think I'm going to head for Poppy Red or Scarlet Lake. Which one do I want to do? I think I'm going to go for Poppy Red. Or Carmine. Oh, I don't know. No, we'll go for Scarlet Lake. And as I said, this just brightens. I've always found that putting a pink underneath a red will brighten the red. So we're going to deepen it up as we go along. Oh, let me move that. Yes, Lou, I just watched yours before I came on. You're still in lockdown, Suzanne. Do you know, honestly, they were I won't talk about it in here, but they're thinking about doing a second one as well. So if you are still, this is the perfect opportunity to just chill out with friends, take your mind off it. I'd say that to anyone. You know, if you're joining in, you're colouring, you're with friends, just relax with everyone and don't worry about the outside world for now, because you can't do anything about it. Okay, so as I said, Scarlet Lake. So we put blush pink and then Scarlet Lake, and I'll build up. So I'll do this one rose first. I'll try and get as much done as I can. But I will be coming back with Mr. Werewolf. Hi, Vicky. Hi, Brian. Hi, everyone. How are you feeling today, lady? I hope you're feeling better. Okay, so we're just going to put enough of this one down. I'm not going to worry about this colour too much, because I am going to deepen up, because they are quite deep within the middle and lighter towards the top, and I come back to my lightest colour anyway. I don't really colour flowers a heck of a lot, although I do like looking at them. but I do like to deepen up. Oh, that's not going to be any good, bless you. You need to get some nice hot honey and lemon in you for tomorrow. Otherwise you're going to be feeling a bit hoarse, aren't you? It's that time of year where the seasons change, I'm pretty sure. Hello Leah, hello everyone coming on in. Happy Victorian Colorathon, and our lovely hostess is here. We hopped on for the ride. That's it. So originally I was going to go for a Hanna Lynn, but I thought I'm never going to get as much done on that in one stream as I would like to. So I opted for this one because I think it's just Victorian-esque because of the clothing look. And also it just reminds me of that sort of era of when the ladies would pick the flowers, sit around with afternoon tea and look very feminine. So I opted for this one, and I'm glad I did because it's also something that I don't do as regular as I'd like to, which is a Hanna Karlzon. I absolutely love Hanna Karlzon, and I haven't done one of her pictures in such a long time. And it's funny, I don't know if it's because of this year's been upside down, but I've been feeling the comfort of going back to things that I maybe wouldn't have done now, but I did in the early days. So the early sort of artists and stuff. Who does that? Oh, I'm off screen. That's okay, Gary. How is your beautiful little chihuahua? So Gary got a little long-haired chihuahua, and Iris, she's gorgeous. I want her. Hello, cat. Hello, lovelies. Welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Yes, I am so jealous. I am so puppy broody. Does anyone do that when they see other pups? They get puppy broody. Like, most people get broody with children. I get puppy broody. Yes, Rachel, I've been doing that a lot recently. I've been looking at everything that I used to like and going back. What's happening? Do you think that's a comfort thing? Because, I don't know, it's what your brain associates, doesn't it? She's welcome to Chihuahuahood. She's a beast. Oh my god, aren't they miniature-sized beasts? That is so funny. I call him a puppy tornado. They are puppy tornadoes in such a small little package. Oh my gosh. I remember Chip as a pup. It was so funny. I actually, I'm not even going to lie, I had that new mum sort of vibe where I didn't know how to handle him. He was so hard and so much hard work. I phoned my mum up crying. Oh, I don't know if I can handle this. And then within a few weeks I was fine. But it was just, the full force of a puppy was amazing. Hello, Sherry. Oh, you got to laugh at dogs. Has anyone else here felt that when they had a pup? They wouldn't change them for the world, but when they first came in the scene, oh my gosh, it was like a tornado had hit the house. And I don't know where they get their energy from. They sleep so much, but when they're awake, there's like little demons. And you look at them and you think, how can something so small and cute be so much like a little demon? They're hilarious. Hello, Adri. Hi, everyone coming on in. Cats are like it as well. Yeah, kittens. Because they can climb and they rip wallpaper, and sofas can be your cat scratch. And yeah, to be honest, I love cats, but I don't think I'd have a Sphinx if I had a cat. Or a Persian. I love Persians. It's like no hair or too much hair, you know, that sort of way. Oh, see, Laura, you did it as well. Oh my gosh, I did. I'm not even afraid to admit that. I cried like a baby when it was a month of sleep deprivation. I had no sleep because he used to cry at 5 in the morning, and he used to cry at night, and that first month was so hard to settle him. And I phoned my mum up in tears saying, oh, I'm so tired. I can't do this, it's too much. And I realised actually that, you know, a lot of people have the same thoughts, because it's like when you have a new baby, it's overwhelming. And I was so overwhelmed, and I looked at him, and he used to just be so cute, and I thought, how on earth do you do that? Yeah, she will calm down. Chihuahuas are hilarious, I'm telling you, but they are hard work at first. Yeah, I think we're glutton for punishment though, aren't we? Okay, so I'm just putting in the first. I'll do this one, then I'll do fully that one, and then move on. Oh no, I've missed a bit. So all I'm doing at the moment is just blocking in some colour, and then I'm leaving white on purpose because I will put the lightest colour back and blend that out. But for the moment, I'm just blocking in where I want my colour to be, and then we'll go deeper, and then I will put the edge with like an eggshell, and that's what I'm going to do. Hiya, Mona. Hi, Della. No, they're not ankle biters. I hate that term for them, because they're not. They are just, they're pint size. And it's a myth anyway, they don't bite your ankles. They're I don't know, it's like when I first got a Chihuahua, everyone was like, oh, they're little rats, and I hate that term, and I'm like, no, they're not, they're just small. They're like any other dog, they're just small. But they're amazing, amazing. I wouldn't swap him now for the world, although I do need to change a few things about him, because he's really bad with other dogs, and I can't sort of overcome that, even with all the, I've got all the advice in the world. Right, I'm just going to go over the middle bit solidly. Even with all the advice in the world, it's just harder with him. I don't know how I'm going to overcome that part, but I know the more you do it, the more they are better, but it's not quite working out that way just yet. Okay, let me take a sip of coffee, and then we're going to start to deepen and add all the detail into this red. And I'm going to do that green, her sleeve. Yeah, definitely, Gary. 100%. They're misunderstood as well. People think they're a lot naughtier than what they are, but they're naughty in a fun way. Okay. Excuse me. What I think I'm going to put next, I'll skip quite a few reds. What I'll do, I think I'll go with raspberry, and then I'm going to put deep sections in with either mahogany red, okay, and black raspberry. Sherry, yeah, I'm okay. How are you? I'm happy to be back. 100% happy to be back. If you get any smudging in that, that's absolutely fine. Okay, I'm going to go for this one first. So we've put down Scarlet Lake and Blush Pink so far. So I'm going to come in with my raspberry, which is 1030. I'm not doing the cards today. I'll come back to that on the werewolf. Because this isn't a colour along picture. This is just a let's colour with Victorian theme. So I'm going to start to, you know, take my time and deepen up a little bit. So you can come back to your Scarlet Lake if you've missed too much out, which I just did there. But as I said, that you can fiddle with that, you know, as you go. Okay, sorry. Raspberry. And yeah, I'm so looking forward to it. Oh my gosh, if I could get in, you know, another, I'm going to do the jellyfish as well on a stream, which will be a nice short stream, because I've got that fresh in my mind from the Mariola Budek that I did. But I don't want to overlap. Now, this is the whole thing. There's a lot of new streamers, so I need to work out who goes on which time so I don't overlap anyone. So I must sit and figure out times and write them down so that I don't do that. Because if I do an impromptu, I would not like to overlap anybody. Oh, thank you, Amberly. I really enjoyed them. I'll show you them. Do you want me to show you them in the stream? Or I could do them on a video. What would you prefer? Oh, thank you. I did love the jellies. I must admit, they were fun to look at on inspiration pictures. I was looking all over, and then I found these red with these sort of see-through tops, and they looked incredible. And just a little well, it's not a spoiler, but just a reminder, Vicky streams tomorrow. It's on the schedule. And she's going to be doing giveaways. And I think that's with Miss Emily's as well. Because Emily has got, let me just quickly show you on the screen. So Emily has these Victorian dress bundles in her Etsy store. The Etsy store is in the description as well. And there is also a Victorian dress sticker. So just a little reminder of that, because there will be giveaways in Vicky's stream tomorrow, and I believe Shannon as well. Shannon will let us know. And I am so looking forward today to relaxing with streams. I will be in them as much as possible, but I am quite an early sleeper now. What is happening? So I will also miss a couple because if they're too late for me. Okay, so I think I'm just going to hit a little bit of Mahogany Red in there. Now, Mahogany Red's a nice deep red, and I don't need too much of it. It's going to be in the deepest parts. We're going to come over here. Mahogany Red's a beautiful colour to add into the roses. So we've still got to work on these, right? These will have them a little bit deeper as well. So leave your white for now. Yes, after. Take care, Brian. We're just going to hit a little bit in. Yeah, I've got Shannon's channel link as well, as I've put her as the next streamer, so you can all head there. Okay, and then I'm going to come back to my original Scarlet Lake, so just going to put a little bit over that. So it will look, I'm going to do that as like a bronze inside, I think. I need something that won't overshadow these beautiful roses, because they're supposed to stand out. Right, the black raspberry, again, where's your deep? It's in the middle, isn't it? So I'm just going to put a tiny amount in there as well, and then we're going to hit back with, I say hit because it is like just whacking it on. Kenny, be careful, hon. These old bodies don't want to know us, do they, these days? No, they don't want to know us. Okay, and again, Scarlet Lake. I'm just going to blend that in. How's your fingers today, Shannon? Then go back to your lightest colour, your blush pink, and then we need some eggshell on the edges. So just blend in with the lightest tone. This is why I've left my white spaces, because we're going to fill them. Okay. I haven't got a way I colour things because flowers are not my usual, but I try. Charlotte, not me. I wish. Yeah, it's not working out for me asking for a new puppy. I'm going to get my eggshell. But we can't where we are because it wouldn't be fair on neighbours. Although we do own, we do have neighbours to consider. So I wouldn't, you know, we got masonette, one up, one down. So it would be unfair on them to have another pup. So I couldn't. But no, Gary has a puppy. I wish it was me. I wish. It's like, Andrew is not even close. Not even close. I've told him if we move house, there's no point at the moment because they're like for like him. You used to be able to sell and get something better, but you can't these days. Not especially at the moment. So it's I love where we are. It's fine. But yeah, I've told him if we move, I want a Basset Hound, a Chihuahua, and a Dachshund. He's like, okay, a Crimson Red. I'm like, I want a little Dachs. I want a Basset Hound. And I really, really want another Chihuahua. So I want 4 dogs. And Chip would hate that anyway. But in my little dream world, I want 4 dogs, and he just looks at me like, no. But then he said that to everything else that I've ever wanted, and he's caved in, so I know he's no means yes. You know, I said that about the hedgehog. Andrew, I want a hedgehog? No. Andrew, I want budgies? No. Andrew, I want to take on Jabba the Dragon because they want a home for him? No. And then the next day we're picking him up. So it doesn't actually mean no. Just back to my black raspberry a minute. And then we need a little bit more of the eggshell, but we just need to put that in the middle so it's nice and deep. Yeah, bless his heart, he loves them just as much as I do though in the end, so he's no means yes. He's no means I'll make you happy. And I'm like, oh thank you, I love you so much. Has anyone else got a hubby like that, or a hubby not hubby? There we go. Quite like that deep colour. Right, we're going to come here. I'm going to scrap half the colours that I did for that because there's no need. I'm going to go straight in with a black raspberry. And then I'm going to come in with a little bit. Oh, I keep missing this one. It's like my eyes don't want to go there. And I do need to reschedule bingo night. I'm so sorry about that. It's just because... Yes, Mary, you've got it right. Happy wife, happy life. I do tell him this, you know. No, he's really great, I must admit. But he does say no. His first initial reaction is always, nope. And then his second reaction is, well, where are they going? How much? When we picking them up? That's usually how it goes. Guinea pigs are so cute. They've got funny noises, cats. Funny noises. They've got such a funny squeak on them. When I go to the pet shop and I see them, I'm like, oh, I love them. And Andrew's like, no, walk away, Sam, walk away. Okay, blush pink. But that's equal as well, you know, I want him to be happy, and most of the time he is, so hey ho. Oh, so sorry, I just knocked the camera. I quite like that one, so we're going to do that again here. Can't believe I started with flowers and backgrounds. Jesus, what happened? I had a personality transplant when I was away. Okay, so I'm going to head for raspberry. No, I do like this page. It does look very Victorian, doesn't it? And it ticks off another Hanna Karlzon page for me because Alright, who's with me? In October, who's going to try just to colour fall and Halloween pages? I'm going to set myself that task. I don't know if it's going to like work out that way, but I really want to just do that. So I'm not going to like set myself a complete, it's set in stone, but I'm going to head towards doing that. If I get bored within the first couple of pictures, then I won't. But I'm really going to try. Thank you so much, Kenny. We're going to move on to this one now, and then we're going to do all the green. Yes, so I'm going to set, because look what I've got coming in October. And then we're going to just read a few Victorian things that I found interesting this morning. Okay, so I haven't put it up yet on anywhere apart from Instagram. So in October, I want to do autumn versus Halloween, meaning which will you choose or will you use both? So autumn and Halloween. So it's autumn versus Halloween. And I'm going to choose both. I'm going to try and do both. I really love doing both. And let's face it, it's the only time of year that we kind of opt for seasonal colouring is October, November. But once October 31st has been and gone, we tend not to colour any more Halloween pictures. So I really want to try and head for that. Thank you, Katrina. How are you? Are you okay? Yeah, I'm going to opt for both as well. But I really love the Halloween pictures coming out. So I will show you the slideshow on Tuesday of all the Spooktober images coming up. And then I'm going to give you some examples of our colour along as well on books. So I'm going to do a little collab video of Halloween and fall books, and I'm also going to do a flip through of every single Disney book I own. Not on Tuesday, I'm going to do that in a video. I've been asked if they can have a video of every single Disney book that I own, and I thought, well, of course, because I like to shop by knowing what I'm shopping for, and if flip through video, that's going to be about an hour and a half because I've got so many Disney books. But I can't name it that, so I'm going to put it as Hatchet Heroes because of this algorithm thing where you can't say that it's appealing to kids on an adult channel. I don't know where it lands within that, so I'm going to try and do it as the Hatchet Heroes group of books, because they practically are Hatchet Heroes and more, because there's a few others. So yeah, I would do that. I've got a few things I really want to record this week, and I've got a week quite free, barring a couple of things that I must do, depending on how I feel. But I really am happy to do some recording this week. So that's what I'm going to look at. Yes, Karen, who did you get? Cheryl, was it Cheryl LaFond? I've got my Grazia. I love Grazia. She's such a wonderful person as well. And I love one of them. And I'm actually going to pre-colour it beforehand so I can follow that along and be happy with what I'm doing. Plus there'll be giveaways on the streams that day. So there'll be special giveaways. And yeah, it's going to be a nice time for stream. The thing is, the streams are supposed to be fun for the people that are joining them. And for me, making people happy is like priority. So if I can do that, then I'm happy. Oh, nice, Karen. I look forward to what you do. Okay, so I'm just going for my Scarlet Lake again. And then, look, quickly, hello, my loves. Helly, maybe just a couple. Okay. This is a fun, quite gruesome fact. Now, when I was reading up on the Victorians, just bear with me, let me grab my stand for my phone. I realised how gruesome the Victorian and Edwardian time was. I think they were quite gruesome. Anyone else with me? It was quite a funny time to be around. Although it's very pretty, it was also in the same sense quite gruesome. Okay, so I found out the gruesome facts and I thought, okay, I'm going to pick different topics. So the first topic was called poisoned. Okay, bear with me on this one. So I wanted to look up the horrible history facts of the Victorian era, and poisoned was the first one. So it says here, the greatest Victorian serial killer wasn't Jack the Ripper as anyone may have thought. It was a woman. A woman. So in 1873, in County Durham, Joanne, I know you're near there, Mrs. Mary Ann Cotton was accused of poisoning her stepson. He was an 8-year-old called Charles Edward. A doctor looked at the contents of the stomach and said the boy died of gastric fever, but Mary Ann Cotton was free to go. But the next day, a local newspaper pointed out that a lot of Mary Ann's children and husband have died of gastric fevers. Too many to be a coincidence. So everyone always thought that Jack the Ripper was the one that was the Victorian serial killer. Turns out Mary Ann was forgotten because Jack the Ripper took over in the media and she was a one that was forgotten about. And I was like, oh my gosh, these things, honestly. So there was one gruesome fact. Then I went to Loathed because I was curious and I thought, what's loathed? What was loathed? So old Victoria's people celebrated her gold and diamond jubilees in style, but she wasn't always that popular. Her suffering Irish subjects resented the fact that she sent just 5,000 to help in the Irish famine. Their content was expressed in a cheerful little poem written to celebrate a visit to Ireland. But she was called Vile. They called her Vile Victoria. So she wasn't actually as loved as everyone thought. And that was because she didn't help out the Irish people. So the Irish community turned against her. So she was loathed. So I was looking up these silly little things this morning, and I was like, all right, we do all the stuff and everything else. Let's just go for a couple of gruesome facts. Okay, the next one I found quite like, dug up was the topic. So D-U-G, up, dug. In Victorian times, the rich people discovered the pleasures of good drains. They had drains taken from their houses to the nearest rivers, and they didn't care what was dug up to make way for these sewer pipes. They even dug up dead bodies in graveyards and moved them to make way for the pipes. They're moving father's grave to build a sewer. They're shifting it regardless of the expense. They're moving his remains to put in 9-inch drains to irrigate some posh bloke's residence. I was like, who does these things? So that was another cool but fun and silly fact. They used to dig up graves and dig up drains to make way for good drains, because apparently it was called the Great Stink because of the smell of London, Britain in general. They didn't have good sewerage systems, so they used to have to dig up stuff to make room for it, and that's why it was called the Great Stink, which is a fact. It was a great stink. I do, Boots, and hello my love. I do, and I've got it in one of my latest hauls to show you. But Queen Victoria, I'm going to blush pink, she did believe that a woman's residency was at home, and the fulfillment of a woman's happiness was generally to look after their husbands, and Queen Victoria was a strong believer in that because she loved her Albert. So that's why a lot of the old-fashioned and Victorian thing was that ladies were of leisure in the posh society, but then the others really did look after their husbands from home whilst they went out, and they did usually a very physical job. Take care, Pickle. But some of these were so fun. I was like, oh. But it started in 1837 because that was when she was put to the throne, and it ended in 1901 when she died. So it was quite a few years. Okay, let's go for a deeper mahogany. So we're going to go for Mahogany Red. And Queen Victoria was quite a character, but I'm sure you've heard all about her. And I'm sure Vicky she's got the book on Albert and Victoria from the show, and she knows quite a lot about that. For me, I just love certain things, and I found out yesterday, I didn't even know that there was a fainting couch. Tonya told us that. I was like, I need one of them, and that was because the corsets were too tight, wasn't it? I remember. So because they're corsets, which was usually whalebone, wasn't it, or something else. I know they made a couple, and because they were way too tight, because they used to have a small waist, they used to faint. So they used to have a fainting couch. I love that one. I was like, a fainting couch. I'm not sure I need the 16-inch waist. That will never happen. That would be funny if it ever did, but it would never happen in my time. It would be quite funny to have a fainting couch. Yeah, in the office, and then you spend the day off. That's a good one. Okay, I'm going to go back to Scarlet Lake, and I'm just going to add a tiny bit amount in, and then I'm going to bring in some of that eggshell and black raspberry. So let's go for the black raspberry first, because that's the darkest. The Victorians are funny, but it's so funny how now when you even read stuff from olden times, I can't understand some of it because it's not the way that we speak now. So I have to look up a lot. And then you lose interest in the book because you don't understand some of it. You kind of just guess it. But the way that they spoke before was quite hard because it was a different tongue to what we use now. Okay, let's get my Scarlet Lake back on that for a minute. and raspberry. Sorry, I'm just mixing a second so I didn't do this big one how I want it to be. And let's go for my eggshell, and then we'll bring in anything if I need to. So let's go on the edges of those white spaces that are left. There we go. And then we'll get some greens. I'll only do a couple of leaves and we'll move to a sleeve because I'm still going to use the greens on her dress. I really want her dress to be greens. Okay. So just put in some eggshell. So I'll tell you, I'll recap the colours for these if anyone wanted to know and have a little fiddle with them themselves. And you can take out the white lines if you want to, black lines with white lines if you want to, but they're nice and deep now. Thank you. So what I might do on, you know, on these ones here, just grab my Posca. I might take, sorry, I haven't got this one going, bear with me. Oh my gosh, so sorry everyone. I thought this one has, maybe this one's the dead one. Okay, let's try another one. That's it. I'm trying to get my Posca going. So if I take out the tops of those, I was trying to get, that didn't want to go for me, did it? The other one I think is the one that died. I didn't know. Okay, so with that red, I think I'll introduce some down here on her sleeve, but I'll do that in a minute. So I'll recap. It was eggshell for the yellow, black raspberry, scarlet lake, blush pink, and a tiny bit of mahogany red. The ring, yes, I'll try and get that done as well. I'll try and get some. I've still got quite a bit of time, Kenny. I hopefully will get some of that done. Okay, let's go for a green. I'll go for some lime peel. I think I might go for some green ochre. Let's have just a quick look. Okay, so lime peel's the lightest. That would just be the darkest, maybe. No, olive green. Forget that one. It's good to have a little swatch at the side. Put some moss in and let's have a look. That's not what I'm looking for. It's good to have a little, just a little tester, because I've done that so many times and put the wrong colour down. And then I'm like, oh bugger. There we go. Okay. So on these leaves here, I'm going to go for this big one. I need to actually sharpen that one. Thank you. Shannon will be proud. Okay. Let's go for the lime peel down first. I don't want any white, so I'm going to cover all of the area very lightly, because remember I came on a layer anyway. So light just means that I've got a base. And then I'm going to put them on there as well, because I'll colour them slightly differently. There we go. And then I've got a bit there, haven't I? So we'll do some of this and then I'll move on to down on the hand. Take Kendra, and thank you so much. Bless your heart. Thank you. You have a good afternoon. Enjoy your dinner. Buds are your nemesis. Their leaves are my nemesis. You can't ever say you're having dinner and not tell her what you're having, Joan. You have to tell Tanya what you're eating. We've got Greek tonight. So we've got lamb, salad, dips, that kind of thing. Okay, moss. So we're going to go for moss. let's do these first. And I'm not going to worry too much for layering at this precise minute because I just want to put where my colour is going to go, and then we'll layer up. Okay, so, but colour however your style is. Please colour how your style is. Okay, the whole point, and I say this all the time, I've had quite a few questions on why doesn't my colouring look good and I feel deflated, and I'm like, please don't ever feel that way. You have to do what's happy for you. You have to. Everyone's got their own style, and yeah, YouTube's there to help out, but the whole point is that you take the hobby up to enjoy it. Okay, and then this bit. Good morning, Danny. Oh, that's funny. It's so funny. Taste test. Maybe you should do that. That could make you very happy. Okay, I think I'm going to go for some kelp. So we've done moss and lime peel. We're going to come back to lime peel. So I'm just going to put a tiny bit of the kelp green, which is one of my favourites, at the bottom, so in the darkest area. And I'm just going to layer that in a tad so you can see that it's quite deep. Oh, yum, yum. Oh, that sounds good, Shannon. I must admit, I'm on the team of I can't watch and take up. Okay, I don't mind watching like cooking programs because they're telling you how to cook, but I don't like the sound of eating. Am I the only one? So if any channels have like a lot of eating sounds, I can't do that. It's just not for me. But there's many people that enjoy it. Many people enjoy it. I think it's one of the most watched things, isn't it? But I can't do the sound of eating. Okay, lime peel is going to come back. I'm going to get some white as well in a minute just to blend out. Or I don't need white, I can get a blender. White might tone it down. I'm not looking to tone it down, I'm looking to just blend it in a bit. Okay. So is it feeling a bit Victorian-esque, this picture? Hope so. Ah, thank you. Oh, that's okay. I don't mind that then. I can't do the sound, Shannon. I'm like, no, stop. Just stop. Like, stop hating. Stop hating. Yeah, I'm that person who could go to a restaurant and have to tell someone to just close their mouth. Cat, do it. Do it. Okay. This is green ochre, and this is going to go on this part of the bud. So like the stem of the bud. Okay. Do it, Cat. You colour beautifully. Have you got Jewellery Box? It's in that one. Okay. And then, you know these ones are round, so you've got the longish ones, and then you've got the other types. There's like 2 types of leaves. So those ones I'm going to do different greens. So I'm still going to put the lime peel down on those. So I've gone for those. These ones are around the rose. I'm just going to come to these. Alright, so I'm just going to put lime peel down, like barely touching the page. And then I'm just going to do the couple of these in a different green, and then we're going to move on to down there. Shannon, that's different though. We're in your home. Oh my gosh, is he around today? Hiya, Kirsty. Is our Bri around today? I always say that, and just a side note to anyone, we're in streamers' homes. It's life. People still do life. They're inviting us into their homes. So if anything happens, it just happens. It's life. I was laughing so much though, I must admit, I did laugh my head off. Brian is a man. Oh gosh. Let's go for some Kelly Green on these ones. So we do these slightly different to those. So these ones will just be a little bit lighter. And then I'm not going to do them all, I just do a couple. And then those will be in the same colour combo that I've been doing. Okay, but we're going to do greens on her, and they're going to be nice deep greens, I think. And why on earth did you tell yourself no more books? Cat, you can't promise yourself these things. No, I'm only joking. If you are on a ban, I respect that. We don't need everything, I know. But, you know, it's Hanna Karlzon. Okay, and I'm going to go for some dark green on these ones. And then we're going to come back in with a lighter colour again. So that, remember, that's just my base, and then I'll go back to it. I'm just going to add in where I would like that. I don't want it over the whole thing. Oh gosh, we love them really. Okay, back to my Kelly Green a minute. We love them. But I do, in all seriousness, because I haven't seen you guys for a while, I hope you have been good, have been well, and have been looking after yourselves, spending time with your loved ones if you're able to, and keeping yourselves entertained most of all. Okay, hi Terilyn. Lime peel again. So you see they're just slightly different colour to the other ones, not too bad. Like, I didn't want it too much of a difference, just a touch. But if you do want to bring in a little bit of a lighter tone, you can bring in apple green. Suzanne, you're doing well with that. The last one I bought was this morning. Apple green. This morning. I got the new Millie Marotta, so yes. I just buy what I really like, you know, or what I like the look of. But I have got a little haul to show you of what I've bought. Okay, so that's what those are going to be. If I want to put any deeper in, the deep tone, which is slightly like a brown, is the green ochre. And what you can do there is just put it in to deepen it a little bit. But you don't want too much of that, because honestly, you want to try and keep them as like natural as possible. And there is all these lovely greens that usually run through leaves, and they've got different colour changes if you wanted to do them, but they're going to pretty much be like that. And then the same is going to go all around in that same pattern. So those ones for here and the slightly lighter ones for there. So we're just going to come on down to her sleeve and her dress, which is down here. I'll bring it up a tad so you can see. But it is really boots, of course, when I can, I will. Of course. Oh, thank you. Do you know, I only put that on because I thought it was very fitting for today, because she's got a big ring on her index finger. Mine isn't like hers, but still. Okay, so we'll do a bit on her dress, and then we'll do her ring and her hand. If I can, I think I've still got quite a lot of time. Okay. Also, just a little tip. If you've got any like bits of paper that you've printed half a print on or anything, keep them. They're your colour test swatch sheets. I've got a whole thing of them, a whole like bag of them, and I keep them just aside for anything like when we're doing this. Thank you, my loves. So that we've got them if we need to test anything on, and just keep them. Make a little, you know, like a clear sleeve. Pop them in there. Okay, we're going to come down to her sleeve here. I think that's a nice base colour. So that one is Sap Green Light. That one is Moss Green. Then I don't know if I want to do dark or ochre. No, not the ochre green. Sepia can be to put in any shadows, but I think for the most part we're going to stick to that nice, yes, kelp. We're going to stick with those. We don't want the, we'll mix. Thank you so much. Thank you, Cindy. Thank you. Okay, so I'm going to come up to, that's going to be frills. That bit. So that's going to be like an ivory, right? Is that what we're going to do with that? Yes. So we're going to make that an ivory. I'm just going to put that over that so I don't smudge it too much. Okay, we'll go down here first. I'm going to put the sap green light down. Just all over, you know, like I usually do. Let's have a think what we want to do. We'll do a ruby in there, yeah? I'll do her, that as an emerald, I think. Whoop, there's a fly in here if you can hear that. Just a reminder, if anyone's here new and you weren't here earlier, just very quickly on Tuesday so you don't miss out, I will be doing this Tuesday 22nd of September 2020. You have to be in the stream to have a chance of winning. Otherwise, you'll miss out, and I really don't want you to be able to miss out. The reason I don't do them on an enter in a video fashion is that they seem to sort out comments, and some of them come under review, some of them don't ever make it to my eyes. So some people who would have entered get lost, and it's not fair. And I felt so apologetic to someone that entered and I didn't see her entry. So I really don't want people to miss out. Yay! I'm right at the end of my one as well. I'm doing Here Comes the Bride, and I'm right at the end of that. I think I've got 4 squares left at the bottom. The bottom row. But I am in a colouring mood today, so I might continue this to get it finished whilst I watch others, and also got to fit in dinner somewhere in between around 7:30. Okay, so that's the sap green light. Hiya, Emily. Yeah, Tuesday, Sherry, Tuesday. My usual time. This one is moss green at 4 PM UK time, but I usually do it at 5, so an hour in. That gives people enough time. Okay, so we're going to go for some in here. So the creases are there, and we're going to make those deeper. And Emily, I got your stream to catch up on. It was a long one, but your result was beautiful. And I was showing everybody your shop dresses as well, so they're stunning. Have you got another stream, or was that your one? Thank you, Vicky. Use the hashtag on social media. Victorian CA 2020. Okay, so we're just adding in where I want some depth, and then we'll layer up. You know my score by now. Good afternoon, Christine. How are you doing? Okay, so we're going to just add a little bit more of that, and then we're going to go to another one. Oh, Mum, if you're listening, your package is 5 stops away, just to let you know. Bless her. She ordered a chip pan, if you're wondering what it is. It's nothing to do with colouring, it was a chip pan. But I order it on my Amazon, so I get the notification. Sorry about that, I just needed to let her know. Okay, let's go for some kelp. And now I'm going to really focus on creases, pleats, folds, whatever they might be. And I'm going to do it on there as well. Hello Brian, how are you doing? We got Mr. Shannon in the house. Mr. Shannon. Hi, is it Pravin? We've got Mr. Shannon and Mrs. Shannon. No, you're so funny. Shannon, stop giving him the look. For writing in small. Oh my gosh, Shannon, you're so funny. Mr. Brian, Mr. Shannon. He got the look. Oh, look what happened. Oh no. I hate that when that happens. Let's go again. He listened. He listened. He listened, Shannon. He's doing all right, bless him. Okay, let's put some more of that kelp. Is this kelp? Kelp. We got the colouring hubby. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, I enjoyed doing them actually. I did enjoy doing those. Okay, so I'm just putting more of my kelp. That was a mouthful. And again, as I said, just focusing on the pleats. And I'm going to bring some up into the cuff as well, but we'll do that in a minute because that's one big cuff. Then go back to my moss and just put a bit more of that in. And the sepia will come in quite handy as well in a minute. But that's going to be last. Okay, so I'm just going to put more of this in. Now I was looking at gowns and a lot of the gowns were dark colours, dark greens, blacks, just dark, deep crimson reds. I don't want to do a crimson red because we've done the roses that colour. Sherry, have you got any of the Colourist Special Effects books or the Jennifer Zimmerman Modern Colouring one? I think one of them has cat's eyes or a wall fire. You can do it similar. Okay, I'm going to go back to my original colour of Sap Green Light. Can you still see it in your screens okay? Because I'm going to blend that in with a blender. And then we're going to come to that big cuff, do that little emerald, and that's going to be like an ivory frill. Okay, so I'm not going to blend that in with pencils. I'm just going to grab my blender for a minute. That's the one, the Secrets of Colouring. I couldn't think of it. Thank you for confirming. I was trying to think of which one had it. So I'm just going to, this is a plain colourless blender. You can get any of these. The easy way to do clothing is to grab your colours all down, blend it out, do all your depth and stuff after this part. Large areas are just easy to do with a blender or clothing, I find. I don't use them often, but when I do, it's generally on clothes. Just because it just does it like that for you. Just like that. Quick and quick. Quick and quick. See how quick that was? Okay, so we need something deeper. So I'm going to get my sepia or espresso even. Let's grab espresso. Sorry about that in your, I just don't want to smudge. So I'm going to get sepia. Oh, sorry. Let me turn that off for you. Sorry, that was a notification for Sky News. It tells me, that's the one thing I never turn off at the moment because I need to know what's going on. So I usually have them on. Okay, so it's espresso has just put some pleats in for me. You can then go back to your kelp, which was your darker, and blend that in a little bit. And that's done, nice and quick. The big cuff will be the same. Yeah, I've got some beautiful roses. I don't know if I turn the camera. Sorry, you're going to go for a ride for a minute. Andrew got me some roses there and some lilies. Can you see? And they've come out beautifully. It's like there. He got me those the other day, and no, he hadn't done anything wrong. So yeah, they were beautiful. And they've like blossomed really nice. Yeah, see, he has the same, what's it, the motto? Hello, Tanya. A happy wife, happy life. I think he's after something. I was like, what did you need? No, he's pretty good like that. Okay, we're going to go for my Sap Green again. Sap Green light, sorry. Need to be clearer on which one I'm using. So it's going to go over this whole cuff. Where's Chip? Chip, where you at? I think he's in his bed. Chip, where are you? He's either that or he's in the hall waiting for Andrew. Chip. Oh, he's in his bed, Melody. He is in his bed. Yeah, I thought he was around. He's ignoring me because I'm at the table for the first time in 3 weeks. Oh, nice. Yeah, we got a couple of rose bushes in our front garden because I don't have a back garden. I've got a front garden. We've got red roses and pink roses in them. But they're starting to die down now because it's that time of year here. So it's that season where they get dead-headed and just look like twigs in the garden. The gardener comes and does that around this time of year. So, yeah, they're not as looking as nice. Christine, it's done. It's done. I'm in the front room only, like the living room. But it's now made me want to do the rest. So, moss green. Moss green. So I'm going to go back over where I was. I'll show you some pictures of the wallpaper and stuff after. I can't take you for a ride on the tripod, but we've got grey now. I love it so much. I love all the knickknacks that I had got for it, and yeah, we went for a really nice shade of grey, which seems to be in everywhere at the moment. Wherever you go, it's grey. Is anyone else the same? It's so modern. And but it's made me want to do the others. Now, we've also got to focus on windows and everything else this year. So, yeah, that's the thing. It never ends, does it? So, at least one thing's done. And it's the place where I'm the most. So, yeah, definitely. Hi, Green! Yes. I just love it. It makes me feel happy. Okay, I'm going to go for Kelp. And I think everyone will feel the same, like your home, especially for a lot of us, our home is our haven, and you spend more time there, and you want to look around and feel comfortable and happy. And although I did, it was getting to that point where it's been 12 years, so it definitely needed doing, because you could see cracks, and then, you know, naturally candles make the ceiling go black in certain spots, or, you know, dirty looking, not black, but it definitely looks like, and heat rises, and where the telly is, and you know, all of that. And our telly was on the way out, so we had to get a new one of those because the screen went on the old one, and we haven't got the telly on the wall anymore, it's down on a unit and that kind of thing, you know. Big changes, like all in one go. I was really, really happy to do it. And Dad was down here practically every day, and he did all the hard jobs and the things that I couldn't do, but I surprised myself. But oh God, was I in pain. I could barely move at night. I was like, oh. But it was so worth it. So let's go for our lightest colour again. But it's fun. It's fun. I love it. It's so funny because, you know, when you're painting, it's like you're colouring, and Andrew said, you're not colouring a page, Sam. And I was like, I know. Okay, and back to espresso. So I'm going to go where they are. So I'm going for this like darker green. That will be a ruby. So I'm just kind of looking at where I would like some depth. Alright, and then I'm going to blend with my blender. Oh no, it's got fall, proper fall there now in New York. Does it feel like fall and autumn now to everyone? It does to me in October when the clocks jump and we gain that extra hour. That's when it feels like it, because it's dark at like 4:30 in the afternoon. It feels cold. You grab a blanket and it's just that time of year, isn't it? Right, now I need to just really quickly deepen up a bit. So I'm going to get my moss again and I'm just going to go over that a little bit. And then my kelp. And I might need the help of some green ochre on this part. You're freezing, no way. It's quite nice here, it's really warm. We've got a hot day. I like autumn though. It's easy to heat up than it is to cool down, in my opinion. So I whack the heating on and a blanket and I always feel good. But in the summer, my gosh, I can never cool down. Okay, really like that tone. So back to my sap green light and we just bring that together. Then we're going to go for that little ruby in the middle. And we've got our reds here. So I'm just going to go for 2 reds. So I'll go for Crimson Lake and for Carmine Red. So I'm going to put the Carmine Red very lightly into the middle, which is a really bright red. I'm going to go for the Crimson Lake around the edging. And I need a white, so I'm just going to grab my white pencil for the top. And then I need a dark. So let's go for raspberry. No, it really is warm here. We don't have to think about that just yet. We've had a really hot year for London. In general, we've had an amazing year for weather. Raspberry. Okay, and then I'm going to just go for that very bottom bit with the Crimson Lake here. And whoops, I'm not chucking my pencils about. Black raspberry again. And then I need my white just on the edge. Like that. Okay, so I'm going to take out that little black line on there. Two seconds. This is brand new. This should get going. Is she looking Victorian on her dress and her roses and stuff? We've still got an hour. I might get the majority of this done if I focus on colouring. Okay, that should come out now. There we go. All right, let's do a beige. So I'm just going to go for beige, quite literally. And I need a grey in a minute as well. So I'm just going to very lightly go with the beige. I might have to introduce the ivory. I'm just going over these parts. And I do need a grey. Nice! I'm glad it's coming out Victorian. A French grey is a good grey, or a peach beige. Oh, which one? Let's go for... Oh, even that one's nice. Cool grey. Grey. Where's my French greys at? Okay, let's try. Alright, let's go for this. This is 20% cool grey, which just needs to come in slightly. So this will just be faint because you don't, it's supposed to, I'm going to put white over the black lines. It's just supposed to replicate a little bit of colour in here because it's supposed to be like an off-white rather than, there we go, that's the perfect colour. Peach beige over that. More an ivory rather than plain. And then we're going to take out the black lines on the edges when I've done the skin. Oh, you're so sweet, Pat. You're always so complimentary. Thank you. Then we need a little bit of something on these creases just to take out the black. So I'm just going to go with a 70% cool grey just to bring in a little something on them. And then what I'll do is take out those white lines after. So not just yet. But what I do want to bring in, and I'm going to cheat here, is an ivory. If I can, I know it was around, there it is. An ivory in the polys, because that is the perfect colour for this. So I'm literally going to go over the entire thing now. It takes out the white. I'm sorry, I'm not embracing the white on that bit. Okay, and then that will take that out. These bits are going to be green as well, but we'll come back to that. Otherwise I'm going to end up not being able to do this part, which is what I want to do. So we're going to do that as an emerald, or we can do it as a diamond. What do you vote? See, her nails are left like you could do them with, I want to do them as red though. I'm kind of thinking that maybe that should be a diamond ring with gold. Or do I want to do it as a emerald? Emerald would go, wouldn't it? Diamond. She's very rich then. I'm very jealous of her. Should we do it as a diamond? Oh, you're all voting diamond. Right, let's go for a diamond then. And lovelies, ladies, gents, anyone that's in chat with the channel, throw your hearts up, let people know. Because we do have a lot of channels that stream now that people might not be familiar with. So let us know. Okay, I need to find, that's a good one. I need a light blue. Yeah, golden diamond. Okay, Kenny. I know Kenny's like, yep. Okay, we need the light blue and then we'll do the gold. Right, let's do the blue first then. Blue's just going to be a slight diamond, and again I'm going to put some white in there after, but I won't do the white until because we still got to do the skin and the bubble, but I'll try and do it a little bit. Yeah, see, we have Lou as well now. See, there's a lot of people that have got channels that didn't have channels, and people that others weren't familiar with, so it's always good to just every now and then let them know. Kenny, you're so funny. Oh, were you just joining in? What are you not telling us, Kenny? Okay, so we're going to go for some light blue. There we go. Let's bring you down. Let's go for Blue Violet Lake first. Now, a diamond's only got a glint of the blues. It's not like fully blue. It's more like a cleary with a crystal and a glint, I suppose. And then cloud blue we're going to just go with. Now I need to put some hints of, like, I don't know if the camera will pick that up, but it's like a little glint. So I'm just doing that very lightly with Indian Throne Blue. I said that right. By Jesus, I need a medal. And then what I'll do with that is we'll take out, we need to put in a tiny bit of a, my posters are driving me insane today. They're not complying. Right, it might work. So it's hardly visible on the stream because it's so small. But we'll try. it's just small and you'll get a glint. Okay, let's go for some gold then. First off, I'm going to put some bronze. It's going to be like a darker gold. So I'm going to put like a bronze first. Bronze is one of my absolute favourite colours in the Prismas. Bronze, Tuscan Red, Pumpkin Orange, Mahogany Red are my favourites. I've got a few others but I can't think off the top of my head, but we're just going to do that first. So we're going to come back to bronze because bronze is the best colour ever, and we're going to bring in a hint of the, is it this one? Nope. I've still got to try that, Emily. You know, I've still not sat down properly with Mr. Nightbar. I'm scared of it telling everyone to get out of my stream. Light umber. Like if I set it up wrong. But I will have a go because you told me how easy it is. Bless your heart. Right, we're going to come back to doing bits of this. So it's only minuscule, so we don't need like a ton of colour. I'm showing everyone the flowers you bought me, Andrew. Yeah, you got brownie points for that.
Hi everyone.
Don't forget there's a little bit of a lag. They will see it. Or they will hear it, not see it. There's a tiny bit of a lag. I think there's like a 10-second lag. Okay, so we're going to get this colour. I know! I need to get on top of it. They all said, hi Andrew. I told you there was a lag. He's saying it and he's waiting and I'm like, there's a lag, Andrew. There's a lag. Jasmine. We're going to get some jasmine. Hello, Miss Mary. Okay, so we're going to go back over this a little bit in a minute. And then we need a... Where's my other pencil case gone? There it is. We need a slight bright yellow. So let's go for some lemon yellow, which would be about right. So you only need a glint of that because otherwise it goes too light, literally. And then I'm going to come back to bronze. You've got to fiddle with this until you're happy with the colour. And we'll take out some of that black as well. So you need black, believe it or not, or an espresso or something. Let's try espresso first. Let's try, yeah, we'll go for espresso. Because sometimes black can be a bit too overwhelming. Okay, let's put that. And I just don't want to overdo it because what will end up happening is I've just taken out everything I've done. Let's go back to a jasmine middle and then let's go for, I need a bit of tissue for this. Let's see if I can go for, see it's so small. Let's go for a little bit of, no, it's not gonna, let me try again. Don't want to do too much because what will end up happening is that you just hide your hard work and you don't want that. Let's just go up a minute. Can you see that it's like a old gold ring? Is that an old gold? Do you know what I mean? They have like an old gold. They don't have a bright gold. They have that like brass antique gold. That makes sense. And I might do some of that actually down here so you can see again. They have like that really old feel to it, don't they? Where did I just put my bronze? You know when you have things in front of you that go missing? Where art thou? There we go. Okay, so let's put some of that down here. So I've done that same colour. Oh, it was there. He was hiding. Okay, let's go for some of it on this little thing around here. So we're going to go for bronze. Excuse that, I'm so sorry I dropped my microphone. So sorry, guys. I'm so sorry about that noise. So hi, Andrea. I pushed the microphone off the table. So sorry. Oh, God. I feel so awful now. Okay, so I'm going to go for bronze. So remember when it's small spaces, small tight spaces, you don't have to overdo it because there's no point. So just work minimal and work with what you got. Okay, so we'll go for the bronze on that little thingy-majig. You did go for a trip. You did, on the floor, but don't stay down there. Jasmine for the middle. So we'll work with it on top. We're just placing where the colours are going to go, remember. Okay, so they have like an old gold, right? Let's sharpen this one. How is Texas now, Emily? Is it alright? Let's go for some light umber. And then, oh, I could so get this done with a little bit more time. So what I'll do is try and demonstrate with everything. So if you did follow this, you know, you're not far off from finishing it. You just got to do the skin. I've done everything else. And then that same technique of these colours on the frame, yeah? So we'll try and get that as well. Okay, so with, I'm going to bring in espresso. Shannon is directly after me in 50 minutes time from now. So you've got Shannon next. So I'm going to get some sepia. You can use espresso or sepia. And back to bronze. Just go over that a minute. Use the bronze in the middle parts because, yeah, they're just tiny. And then back to your brightest, which is jasmine, and just go over that. Now, if you want to go even lighter, you can use a brighter, like you can use sand, you can use eggshell, but they'll just kind of make your old gold look even older. So I'm just going with a light umber on the edging. There we go. Thank you. Good, I'm glad. Hi Tavorna, I'm glad it's better there. What do you call chili? What do you call chili over there? Because you're usually so hot in Texas that your chili is probably not as cold as I would call cold. Okay, oh, it's got to refocus. Sorry, I know I was covering up what I was up to then. Right, let's refocus the camera. There you go. Okay, it needs to have some greens. Let's do her hand. Let's just start a coating of some colour. So let's put some, they can be ribbons. Okay, let's go for some light peach for a minute and let's just go over the entire hand with this because we've got a shade. I'm just doing my base. I really need to make sure I cover that because I'm just smudging it. But smudging is absolutely okay, I suppose, because it still looks like it's older. But I didn't want to go too far to the edging. It's really nice here today. It's, hold on. It is 23 Celsius today, which I think is pretty nice. Okay, so I'm just going over the whole thing initially. This isn't at all what it's going to be. This is just your base, so you've got something to work on top of because we're going to have multiple colours coming in. But, you know, we've got to work on top of something, haven't we? And not white. White is what you start with. and then we work on top. So we can end up just adding and adding and adding until we're happy. Hands are one of the hardest things to do, in my opinion. I don't know about you guys. Noses and hands are my hardest areas. What's yours? What's yours? Yes. Oh my gosh, you get it so hot because you are just in a ridiculous temperature in the summer. Okay. Okay, so we've got something to work on top of in a minute. These little dingly danglies I'm going to do in the reds. So let's just grab that whilst we can, and then we're going to come back to the hand, right? So we've got our base down. So we've got Scarlet Lake. And then let's go for the blush pink at the bottom of them. So we can grab, hello Angie. Yes. Yes, they are, aren't they? Hands are so hard. Blush pink, hands, noses. You like doing makeup, Ashley. So that's one thing. I tend to stick to natural looks, even though I really want to go to town with it. I just think I'm going to end up making them look like they should have gone home and looked in the mirror before they left the house. I'm scared of doing that, I must admit. So, okay, I'm going to go for some raspberry at the very tops. And then it's the same colour palette, more or less, what I used on the roses. I'm just bringing them down, right? Then you can go with my, you know, the eggshell that we used on the roses. I'm just going to put them at the bottom. And if you want to bring it any deeper, your black raspberry can do that. And you can just follow that line along. You can even bring it sort of mid, you know, you can sort of play around. It's your page, it's your fun. So just bring them down. Right. Now, question. Let's bring you out a minute. Don't worry about all the mess over there because we need the mess. Question. We're going to do the green on there, and I'll add some like a dark, deep red. Shall we keep with the red, or shall we add a different colour for the bow? Angie, we've done the front room. I just got a couple of things to do, which is just side tables and candlesticks to upcycle. But apart from that, we're done for now. But it's made me really need to do everything else. So, yeah, well, ask me that again in a while. I'll end up doing something completely different. I'll end up like saying, oh, we're on the bedroom, or we're in the spare room. Or red or gold. Just having a look. I'm looking from afar. Different colour. Red. I don't want to detract too much. It could be a yellow would go. Like, but it has to be like a dark yellow, like what we've done, similar to that, but just keep with more of a yellow tone than a golden tone. Should we do more of that? Because we've got yellow in there, so you're dragging it down into something else. Right, let's do that then. Or red. Oh my gosh, hold on. This is jasmine. This is a good test of how to do things. Just put it onto the edge. Right. See, that would be the red if I put that there. Or that would be the yellow. Can you see? It's always good to put... Chip, you don't need to bark, mister. Oh, it'd be a bit too bright if it was a bit... I want to keep it quite dull because that's what their attire was like. Red, yellow, red, yellow. Let's go for yellow. Alright, let's go for some jasmine then. All over. It's good to kind of like just put it on the very edge. And we'll keep it to a duller yellow. With an ochre tone to shade. if I'd gone for anything too bright, it just wouldn't look right against her sort of moss greens. It just adds a little bit more of a something in there, doesn't it? And don't forget, I'm going to go over that frill with white Posca, so it does look like frill. Can't believe how much I've actually got done today. Mind you, it's not a huge picture. But we are coming back to Werewolf on Tuesday. If you're up for the Werewolf Tuesday, we're going to be doing Werewolf Tuesday again. Because that ties in. And then, as I said, I'm going to really aim to do fall and spooky images, whether it's autumn themed or Halloween themed, in October. So, and that's on the channel as well. Okay, let's go for an ochre tone. So I'm thinking maybe the bronze, but I'm not going to do it like that. No, not the bronze. Let's go for, again, you can go there and you can just match up. Yes, okay. So we're going to go for some burnt ochre. I'm just going to go where the shading would go, kind of thing. So there is little areas to point you in that direction. But I'm not going to go harsh on this one. I'm just going to use this minimal and fade outwards. But yeah, if you ever want to have a look, put it on the very edge of your page and put it up against it, so you've got a little visual. Thank you. Yes, Angie, sorry, I did mention it earlier. It was just because of the renovations I didn't have anywhere to sit, which was not what I intended, but 100% going to be still doing it. I will do it probably, I'll put the date up, but it's going to be in October. And just because there's so many things happening in September, and the beginning of October is the Spooktober. So I will do it probably the weekend after or the weekend after that. So it'll be within the first couple of weeks of October. I'll put the official date up. So sorry guys about that. I was looking forward to it, but I just genuinely had nowhere to host. Nowhere. Not an inch of room. Okay, so we've got jasmine again. And then what I'm going to do with that, because I'm just blending out the edges. That's all I'm doing. Don't want to overcomplicate it because it doesn't need to be, it's a bow. So on those little sections we've just done, I'm going to grab my chocolate. Oh, Terilyn, thank you so much. Spooktober is the 2nd, 3rd and 4th, I think. Yes, we'll be doing that in October as well. See, we've got a few things in October. Me and Jen are going to be doing that in October. We just need to settle on a date because obviously she's a busy lady. So we will definitely be doing a cozy colouring night, and it will be October, probably nearer to Halloween. So we've got quite a few things going on. Thank you so much, Terilyn. That is so sweet of you. Thank you ever so much. Okay. So I'm just adding a little bit more depth, and then that goes really nicely. I like that. Okay, so that part there, as I said, I'm going to put just straight away. Yes, we've got a fun toba. I'm so happy to be back. Oh, Terilyn, no way, so is my dad's. His is a second. I won't forget your one now. Okay, Mahogany Red, this is. It's like deep wine red. So I'm putting that in first. And I'm leaving white for now because we're going to come in with a lighter red. Remember, if you leave white, I'm not necessarily leaving it. I'm just going to come in with a lighter tone. Chip. Mister, do you want to come and say hello to everyone? Or are you just shouting about it? Come here then. Come here. Come here. Yes, I see you. And we hear you. Okay, Scarlet Lake. Yes, I'm so excited about October. Ah, thank you. Really, Emily? It must be a good day. Yeah, Dad's is the 2nd, and then my mum's is the 11th, so they're not far apart. It's quite cool. They're both Libras. Not with this new horoscope, I don't believe in that. Black raspberry, just very quickly. Who changed their horoscope to the new one? Apparently now we have a 13th. Or have you just kept... I mean, come on. I said everyone that had those tattoos with their picture of their horoscope on, it's just, bless them. They're trying to tell you. Yes, back to normal, Emily. Back to normal. As long as nothing is like... As long as I'm not ill. But yes. Owie's doing one as well. That is so sweet, Bran. I'm going to tell Andrew in the background to take note of that. Shannon's got hubby on stream with her colouring. Okay, so very quickly I'm going to bring in that sage green light. So we're going to... Sap green light, sorry. And that's just going to be over this. I don't need to, you know, detract from those colours now. And then we'll try and get some of the hand done. And then it's Shannon. I know. I never understood why they kept changing things, or why they changed things like that. It's like, no. Why have we been using horoscopes for however many years, and then you come and tell us that we're not this? Who's listening? I'm not listening. Okay, moss green. Okay, so I'm just going to go around a couple of these for now, because I can do them after. So I'm just going to go, like, you know, over some, just so you can see. And then I'll finish them later, but let me just do like the first 3 for you. So I'm going to bring in the green ochre. Hope you can see what I'm doing. So just enough on the edge, and then, I mean, I can finish this later or tomorrow, you know. But we've done the large majority, which is really good for me, okay? And then I do need some sepia. Hi, Rachel. Hi, anyone that's coming in. Okay, so we're just going to go a tiny bit of sepia. And then back to your sap green, and just literally any white space that you got, just go over it. So I've just done the first couple. I'll finish those like last little extras. Then, if you get a Posca, so I'll try and do this without, I'm going to just turn you a minute. And try not to cover what I'm doing, but it's really hard not to do it at an angle. So if you go over these main black lines, just, you know, to make it look a bit more frilly, it will automatically do so. So I'm just gonna, I might cover slightly the screen with my hand, just because I find it really difficult to do these parts and not have my hand in your way. But you can kind of judge what I'm doing. So I'm just going over the main line. And then if I've missed anything, you can just go over it again. Then I'm going to try and get the main lines. Don't need to do all of them. You know, those main ones. And automatically that looks a bit more frilly-ish. Frilly-ish, is that a word? That's not a word. It's not a word. Ignore my English. And then the bottom of that I'm just going to do in black. So I'm not going to do anything fancy. I'm just going to get a black pencil, and these little bits I'm just going to do in black. Alright, so just to show you. Just like that. Just all black. Okay. Okay, so skin. Let's plan out some of this tone on her. You know these little bits, like sort of in between. So let's get ourselves some skin tones. This is the one, you know, where you just wish you'd... Oh, me too. It's fun. You come up with words for things all on your own. It's fun. I love it. Okay, let's go for some nectar to start with. We can build up. Okay, let's go for some nectar. So I'm going to try and... I'm going lightly to start with. There's no point me going heavy. So I'm just going to try and do that position myself. So she's got it like that. Now, automatically, I've got a shadow here, a shadow there. This is light, so that part's not going to have much apart from here. That is predominantly shadowed. That one is just, you can't even see any light on that one. That's got a huge whopping shadow. So I'm just looking, and then my thumb's only got it here. And then you've got some like your creases. Sorry, I'm just looking at my own hand here. This is quite a good reference. So we've got it in there, and then here. I'm just planning it out, and then obviously we've got a shadowing object there, but it's predominantly these here. Oh, hello. Do you want to come and say hi? Guys, we got a chip that wants to come and say hello to you, so ignore my desk for a minute. Come on then, if you want to come and say hello, but you have to be careful. Come on in. Oh, hello. Okay. You're going to come and say hi. Hi, Becky. Hello then. Right, you have to turn yourself around, mister. Say hi. Oh, that's a big yawn. Are you that tired? Are you that tired? There. Say hello to everyone. He wanted to say hi. He was like, Mum, let me up. Hey. Oh. Ah, thank you, Emily. There you go. Right, I'm going to put you down now because I'm still live for another half an hour. Okay? He just wants some fussing. That's the thing with him. Alright, you have to go down now. I'm sorry. You'd think this, but he's been sleeping all day. You'd think he'd not had a nap. Okay, you have to go down now. Yeah, he was a good boy. He really was. He stepped in paint once. He did go and paint once. He stepped in the grey paint and I had to get it all off the carpet. But just once. He was doing pretty good up until that point. He'd not done anything. And yeah, he stepped in it. I was like, no! He is just something else. He was so good. So good. I can't fault him. He was brilliant. He just watched. He was a really good boy. And then, yeah, bam. Went into the paint and I was like, oh my god. I know he's got a tiny little nose. Okay, so sorry. So nectar, I was looking at my own hand for this. I'm just starting it off. So there is like a deeper shadow down there. I don't know where my espresso has gone missing on the in front of me. It seems to have gone missing. Like things do. So I'm going to use sepia. So underneath here, for some reason I have a larger shadow, so I'm just putting it in first. Yeah, he tells people off outside all day because we were in and out, Dad was in and out, and he was telling everyone that he could off in between it, you know. But he was brilliant. But yeah, I did step in paint once. Had a bit of a dilemma with that. Okay, I'm just putting a bit of sepia just to tell myself where that is. Welcome back, Charlotte. And I need henna, which should be here somewhere. There it is. And then again, now I just have to look at what I was doing. Okay, so that goes on the underneath. I'm just taking my time, guys. And I honestly, one of my least favourite things to do is hands. So we've got some creases there. Okay. So we've got to bring peach as well, but we're just putting in where we want to start off, like where shadows would go. Okay. How are you, Becky? Long time no speak. I said today to Andrew, I was like, oh my god, I can't believe I'm streaming again. It feels so good. He's like to me, are you nervous? I was like, no. He said, well, you know, people get nervous. I was like, me, I'm never nervous when it comes to these gorgeous friends. Why am I going to be nervous? If it was all new to me, yeah, but not when familiar and it's something that we all love doing. No. No, I'm not. But yeah, it felt so good. Okay. Let's go on the underneath. Likewise. Okay, so I'm just putting in henna at the moment. So it's not going to stay like that. This is just placing in where shadows will go. Oh, we got a whole day of this. Oh, same here, Kenny. I was like itching, but we didn't have our table put back up until the whole room was done, because otherwise it just would have been in the way. And I have no other surface apart from a breakfast bar, which is so small I would never have been able to fit anything in there. So it really was a case of I had no surface. Unless I took all the equipment to mum's and set up there, I had nowhere. It was just like, oh my god, what am I going to do? Okay, peach. So not light peach, peach. And then I just thought, it's amazing how quick my days went though, because when you've got so much going on, once it was 9 o'clock at night and you actually just sat down to breathe, you were asleep. Like fast asleep, you know. And then you got up to start it all over again the next day at 7 o'clock in the morning. And then again, by the time you sat down in the evening, it was 9. And it was like, oh, the days flew. And I think because the last time we did this was so many years ago, you do forget how much is involved. And as I said, let me show you. Dad and Andrew were just like, let's rip out this was not planned, by the way, this part, I'll show you. This was not planned. This is what ended up happening with my fireplace. That's my dad. I had a fireplace in front of that. And they were like, let's do it. I went in the kitchen to make a cup of coffee for everyone. I come back and this is what I found. And I had anxiety. I phoned my mum and I said, oh my god, they've taken my fireplace out. I don't believe it. I've got a massive hole in my wall. And this is what I looked at. And then it got boarded up. So this was the beginning. Like, this is how it starts. So I didn't show you, did I? Okay, so it's just all magnolia and plain. And don't worry about everything. I had the studio light in there just to make it all nice and like, you know. And then I was, you know, it took time. And then I couldn't believe it. I nearly had a heart attack when Dad did that. I was like, oh my god, I can't cope. Oh, I'm going the wrong way. Sorry, I went round. There we go. And then it got plastered and boarded up, so it wasn't too bad. Where is it? I'm trying to find it now. Hold on, bear with me. Okay, so it got all plastered and boarded up, and this was the result. I don't know if you can see. So in front of it now, that's where the old fireplace was, and it's got like a wallpaper now. I don't know if you can see that. Is that grey? So that's what it looks like now, and that was the before and after. So it's all done. No, we didn't keep the fireplace part. In the end, it got ripped out, and then this was Chip. And he's on the sofa the other day looking at this. Was after like it's all done. He was like, I found my place. He was so comfortable. So that's the wallpaper, and it's like a light grey wall. I've got pictures in them now, but that was originally. Yeah, the brickwork and the old chimney are still behind the wall. It's only got plasterboard. That's the like unit with the stuff in front. And when at night, I've got like one of those, you know, those units, and it's got an LED and it's got I've put lantern with little fairy lights in it. So that was that. That was the front room. But yes. Oh, do you want to see Chip? Yesterday. This was on my lap. Thank you. I love it. I love it. But that was him yesterday. The only thing we've got to get done is the carpet and the windows. But that's, you know, that can be done later. But yes, that was him yesterday. You know what it's like. You know what it's like. Anyway, I'm back to me. So before I get going in 20 minutes, I just need to repeat myself with thank you, Ali. So just to clarify, Emily, our lovely Emily, she is here. She has 3 bundles of Victorian dresses and a sticker on her Etsy store. So the link is in the description for Emily's store. This goes on from the 18th to the 20th of September on YouTube. And the schedule is also in the description below. There we go. There's the schedule. So you've still got quite a lot of people to come. Monya Gates has also done a page she's going to be doing today on her stream. And she's done it specifically for today. And she's going to be doing a beautiful tutorial on her YouTube channel. So don't miss that either. Shannon is up after me. That's okay. Shannon is up after me in 20 minutes time. And she will have a hubby who's going to be doing the steampunk side of things. And you're going to be doing another Ikuko, is that right? So I'm just blending out a bit to start with. You know, from all those edges that I've just done. And then come with, you know, where you just can't talk. Come back on Tuesday at 4 PM my time, and I'll be doing a giveaway of the Monarchs. Steampunk came from the Victorian sort of Gothic era. You can do steampunk because a lot of the style was based on the Victorian era, so it kind of goes in hand. It's like a fantasy back to Victorian. They based it on the Victorian era. So if you come back on Tuesday, as I said, I'll be giving away a set of the Monarchs. That is Emily's chart. I love it so much. And just to show you, because I wasn't sure if I showed you guys, but I have put mine in my case, and I cut Emily's chart down a little bit so that I could fit it inside like that. So that's just a little idea of Emily's amazing chart that I love. It comes in really handy. And if you want Emily's chart, I think it's in her group only, or if you've got it on a website, Emily. If it's on if you've got a blog or something. But it's in her Facebook group. Go join her Facebook group. She's brilliant. That's where I am. The Facebook group. Okay, so I'm just going off the side of all those bits. I'm going to work my way into the middle, but I'm just working on the edges at the moment. Oh, it's on your website. Lovely. But you can still go join our Facebook group. Okay, so that's all the information at the top of my head that I could think of. I'll have more stuff on Tuesday to talk about as well, because I'll go through some recent stuff, recent purchases. I'll talk about the Grazia collab. I'll show you the images, all of the images for Spooktober in a slideshow on Tuesday, and we will be working a bit more on the werewolves. So there's quite a lot on Tuesday, so it'll probably be a bit of a longer stream. Shannon, I haven't got Mr. Nightbot over here yet. yet. I will try and work it out. Oh my gosh, I'm not down with the Emily yet. I'm not down with the Emily. I should be down with the Emily, but I'm not quite there yet. She's too advanced for me. Okay, so I need to shade that in a little bit more. So I need some sepia in that before I carry on. So just to give a bit of shadow on the palm, I'm just going to put a tiny bit of sepia in. Because I'll blend that outwards. So I'm just putting a touch in. That's better. Okay, and then if I want to go a little bit deeper with what I'm doing, I'm going to get some more henna first. So I'll work my way outwards, but in a minute I'm just placing in where I want the shadows to come out from. So back to peach. And don't forget they were quite pale then. Okay, so remember they were very, very pale in that era. They didn't have suntans or anything, so you haven't got to overwork their skin. They used to have one of those really fancy umbrellas to shade themselves rather than we slap on the sun cream and sit out and fry ourselves. They did not do that. Not really. Oh, that's okay, Charlotte. Enjoy your lunch. Before you go, you have to tell Tonya what you're having. You can't leave without doing that. Parasol, that's what I was trying to think. I was going to say that and I thought, am I right? You know where you question yourself? Well, I question myself. I swear on my life I was just going to say that. And I thought, I'm going to sound silly if it's not that. Thank you. Okay, so I'm just adding layering up, and then when you go to the middle you can put some more light peach in, but you can work your way to that. Yes, Shannon, I will be there obviously, but I'll be in the first hour, and then on the second hour I'll be in the background cooking and in your stream. So if I am away from the screen, it's just that. I can hear you though. I can hear you. Okay, light peach, and then you can layer up, yeah? So, it's just a hand. It's just a hand. So we just work our way outwards. Oops. Okay, so try and come over here. I'm so happy to be back to a Hanna Karlzon. I haven't done one of hers in so long, it felt like forever. Payne's grey. I'm gonna remember first. Of course it is. Of course it is. What are you using the Payne's grey for? The entire body? You can use Payne's grey on anything. You've got grey horses. What's your heart telling you, Rochelle? You got it already in there. Don't second doubt yourself. I do that all the time, and then in the end your original feel comes out well. Are you going for a dark grey horse? You can use that as your darkest colour. Okay, so I'm going over the whole thing to start with, and then we'll layer up. So try not to layer on, push down too hard on the pencil on this paper, because it does wax bloom itself quite a lot. So we're going to come in a little bit more with the peach, and I also want to put a tiny bit of beige into this part of her. So I'm just adding on to that. I have 10 minutes, but I'll leave in 5 so everyone can jump on over to Shannon's. I have had such a good time with you. feel like it's been forever. Okay, so I'm going to go back to my sepia here because this had a... I will fiddle with this. Not too much though. And for the next hour, and I should finish it, hopefully. Okay. Did she answer, Mary? Yeah, I've enjoyed myself. It's been so nice, and thank you so much, Joanne and Terilyn. You're so sweet. Okay, I need a slightly darker tone. I'm going to try some sienna brown. If it doesn't go right, oh no, that's fine. It actually goes fine. Just, I'm on about in the shadowed areas, you know, where it's like hitting the darkest part. Yeah, I'm so happy to be. As I said, it's so strange. It's part of my routine, so when I don't, it's a little bit odd for me. You missed the crew. I know, we don't realise how much. Thank you so much, Mona. Okay, back to peach. And let's just, this will be our, not the final colour, but more or less, because what I want to do is just kind of blend that out into the light peach a bit better and a little bit more. So it's just about layering up a bit, just a bit. But as I said, they are quite palish, aren't they? And then, oh, Pat. Bless your heart. I think it's because we've all got in a routine, isn't it? And then when something's missing from that routine, it's like, you can feel it. And it's not like you know, it's a huge thing, but it is something that we do often. So it makes us feel like, okay, so a little piece of the puzzle's missing. I feel like that when I do it in stream. As I said, it went really quick for me because of doing, you know, I didn't realise how much it needed. Well, it was because they decided that the thing would come out of the wall. Thank you. So I'm just gonna fiddle around with this. And as I said, the outside border will be, you know, that bronze colour that we did. So like, I'm just gonna grab the bronze quickly. So if you go around like with the bronze, stop it at a certain point where it would have a highlight, start it again. So I need to bring you up a touch. So start it again. So it'd have like a area where again it will have a bit of light, then you'll go back to a bit of dark, and this is where you'll put in your other colours. Have a bit of light again, bring it down to dark, and you know, work your way around there. So it looks like you've got a bit of a shiny dark gold bronzy frame, and then the middle I'll work out. Thank you, Heather. Let me go in these parts, and I think I might give her, should I give her natural nails? I can't think. Thank you, Joey. So like, you know how we were doing that gold that we were doing, so you need jasmine, just to give you a quick idea. Oops, look what I did. Crisis averted. So you bring in that jasmine. If you go out of the frame, I'm trying to be quick because I've only got a couple of minutes. So like into here, bring that jasmine down. Okay. Just like that, and keep going around there, and then deepen it up as you go along. Yes, so I'm just going to bring you up. I keep it natural. So that is our semi-finished result. So I've only got a little few things to do whilst I'm watching Shannon. So let's just move all my mess out of the way for a minute so you can see. So we've done the majority, and if you are going to do this, just more or less follow, you know, a similar pattern, because I know some people do like to follow along. So they were the roses. I haven't finished a hand yet, but I will do. That is the deeper, and then I can't believe I actually did like just a very simple background, but it just seems quite Victorian for that feel that we you know, we were going for. Nothing amazing, just something nice, simple, with a nice, easy, simple result at the end. Oh, I just feel like that needs to come off again. You know where you just got bits of mess? Yeah. That wouldn't be a stream without my table looking like a bomb's hit it. But that is where we got to. So I'll finish it off, I'll post it up on social media. And if you are sharing your finished pages, it's the Victorian CA 2020. Thank you so much. I really enjoyed today. I really enjoyed your company. I'll see you on Tuesday. Please don't forget that we have the Monarchs being given away. And I look forward to seeing you. Pop on over to Shannon's channel. She will be doing a colour along with her hubby. And then we have a whole day and evening of streams. I hope to see you in some of them if you can make it. I'll be in and out of some because of dinner and stuff, but I'll be in as many as I can until bedtime. Have a great day. Thank you so much for the super chats. That was so sweet. I'll see you Tuesday. I'll see you in other streams. Until then, stay safe, take care, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye.